I wanna be a billionaire. I ain't getting no sleep till I see a milli every week. I wanna be a billionaire. I ain't getting no sleep till I see a billy every week. I wanna be a billionaire. Billionaire. I wanna be a billionaire. Billionaire. Ladies and gentlemen, how you doing? Welcome to another episode of Sleep is for Billionaires, the podcast. I am your host, Johnny Vegas. Now today, I have a very special guest on my show. This woman is a DJ for iHeart Radio. Ladies and gentlemen, DJ CC Love.
What up?
How you doing?
Good, how about you?
I'm doing very well, man. Thank you for coming through and doing my show. I truly appreciate that.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for having me.
No doubt, man. So, pretty much, man, what attracted me to you is the fact that you're a female DJ. And I know the grind of being a DJ can be very difficult for a male. So, for a female, it could probably be like 10 times harder. You know, and the concept of this show is to basically get insider information for those looking to be in your position, you know. So for a inspiring DJ, a female, you know, I kind of want you to share some of the trials and tribulation from where you started to where you're at now. You know, congratulations on all that, by the way.
Thank you.
You know, so, but, you know, let's start with first things first. Where are you from?
I'm originally from Oceanside, California, which is northern San Diego. I went to Cal State Fullerton, graduated with the English degree, and then I moved to LA. So I've been in LA for 6 years. Gotcha.
Okay, now when did you fall in love with music? Not necessarily DJing, just music. And what genre was that? Because you're Latina, correct?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I've always been in love with music. Growing up, that was my connection with my mom. She always loved music. Mm-hmm. And when I was in high school, I was kind of just making playlists all the time. So when I got to college, I started making these mixtapes for my roommates. And they were like fighting over them. They're like, oh my God, like make me a copy. And then someone would steal it and be like, oh, I want a copy too. And I would just make mixes of whatever music was popping in like early 2000. And I just kept making mixes for my friends. And it felt good to just do that for people. And then whenever we'd have parties at our apartment, I'd be in charge of the music. I'd like have the iPod ready and stuff like that.
Right.
And I was just really into just collecting music and just being in charge of that and basically being the DJ for all the parties and stuff like that. And then my second or third year, I met a DJ. He was dating my friend, and I was like, kind of want to like learn a little bit just for fun. And then my last year of college, I kind of just bought a controller and I started, learning to mix on my free time. And then actually, it might have been my fourth year, but I just loved it. I was so addicted to it, like just mixing songs together, like, oh, this will sound good with this, and then I just got so excited about it. That's
what's up, man. So now you went to the part where you went to college, you met this DJ, he was doing this thing, you learned from him, and then your turn, you bought your own equipment.
Yeah.
Now, let's step back a little bit. So now, I want to talk about what you were doing that helped you buy your own equipment, you know, because some people will hear that part and just be like, okay, she bought equipment, but how did she do it, you know? So I want to really motivate the people to not just to do other things to get to their goal, you know, because some people just focus on one thing. Yeah. Like, for example, if you're growing up and just wanting to be a rapper, but it's not working, you'll quit that and do something else, not knowing that this dream has to be funded. So what did you do to actually get your dream started, to buy this equipment? What were you doing before?
Well, I was just, at the time, I was really focusing on getting my degree in English, and I honestly had no idea what I wanted to do with that. It was just like something that I had to do.
Were you working?
I was working part-time, so I think I used that money, and then
what were you doing part-time?
I'm trying to think. I was working at an insurance company.
Okay.
My first job was at In-N-Out, and then I moved around in college, like jobs here and there, and then there was a point in college where I just needed to make a lot of money. So I
think that's every
no,
point
it
was
life. It was kind of a serious situation I got myself into. So I was just like, I need to come up with some money. I'm not gonna ask my parents for help. So I just looked at what jobs make a lot of money. Insurance made some good money, just even for being part-time. And so I got that job, and then I just used that to support myself during the time. Also, I took out student loans, but
okay.
Yeah.
So that's what's up. No, you see, that's the thing. That's how I want people to think. I want people to see that they have to have a plan in order to fund their dream, you know. So you went to insurance, you took out some student loans to get your equipment, but the goal was to ultimately be a DJ full time.
You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? And they had, and now I want my audience to have those goals in mind, but have that those many plans in betweens to get to that goal. Because sometimes people pick a dream, they'll do it by just focusing on that. Might not work, then they'll just give up.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's so heartbreaking, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I think you only truly fail at something when you give up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I don't want my people to do that, because
Yeah.
I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? I've been wanting to do what I'm doing now since I was like 9 years old. You know what I'm saying? And I'm 33, and I feel like I'm still chasing the next opportunity. I ain't rich. I can't just quit and say I'm a chill now. I still got to keep going. So it's like you just can't give up.
Yeah.
So now that you got your equipment, from the time you got your equipment to your first gig, what was that grind like?
Well, actually, I was in a sorority, so that was since my freshman year. So that was a big part of my life. That like I didn't have any friends in Orange County, so that became like my family away from home.
Mm-hmm.
So they were always just supportive of me, and like the minute there was something that needed a DJ, they just referred me. But it wasn't. I mean, it's not always that easy. But I remember there was some type of party and they needed a DJ, and obviously I did it for free, and I only did it for like 30 minutes, but it meant so much to me, and I had my friends come out, and it was just like a small gig. Like, I don't remember when my first paid gig was. I can't think. But I do know I wasn't sure if I was going to do it full-time after college. I kind of just was trying to figure myself out. But I know after I graduated, I went on this trip to San Francisco, and I went to go figure out what my purpose in life is, and that's when I met my friend from college. She moved up there. She was really into meditation, so she helped me kind of like dig within myself and figure out what's your purpose in life.
Before you continue, what is your purpose in life? What did you, from the information you collected?
I feel like my purpose in life is to tell my story, whether it's through music or through writing. I was an English major. Everyone's like, do you want to be a teacher? To this day, my dad's like, you should be a teacher. And I'm just like, that my passion is not teaching people, but I do want to tell a story. Like, I want to share my story with people. And I feel like you could do that through music too.
Absolutely.
And my ultimate goal in life is to write a book, but I feel like right now I'm trying to just juggle accomplishing my goals and getting my finances up and all that. So it's a lot to juggle right now, but I definitely want to write a book one day.
Well, one thing at a time. You know, you don't want to overwhelm yourself. You know what I'm saying? The DJ thing is working. Focus on that, hone in on that, and get all the money you can. And then when you're comfortable enough to actually sit down and write a book, or at least write a book part-time until you finish it while you're DJing, you know, you could do that as well, you know. But definitely don't overwhelm yourself. It sounds like you got a clear head on your shoulders. You know what you're doing. You know what you want. So just keep chasing it, you know, keep chasing that bag, you know what I'm saying? Nah, but that's what's up, man. So when did you get your first gig?
I think that this was like...
like paid gig?
Paid gig.
Mm-hmm.
Let me think. Maybe like... I want to say... Sorry.
Nah, take your time. Listen, this is your show.
If it takes a while, you can just edit the waiting time. I'm trying to think of it.
This is straight raw. People gonna see all of this.
See, I graduated, and then I want to say like either 2014 or 15. I can't remember. It might have been some type of mobile gig.
Okay.
But my first gig that was like, wow, I'm actually doing this was early 2015. Was I mean, yeah, I had some like mobile gigs, and those were cool. I got my practice in, but my first like important gig to me that I could think of at the top of my head was for Ladies First, which is it's a collective of women that entrepreneurs, DJs, business owners, pretty much just female bosses, and it's like a collective. It's an agency. They have a website and everything, and they host parties and stuff like that. But basically, they bring females together, and they have like networking events, shopping events. So the very first event, my friend at the time who I met through college, she's like an influencer. So she referred me to DJ. So they had all female DJs, and there was an oil painter who was a female. So it was just basically all females. And just to be around all females is just really powerful. And I just remember making so many connections that day. And that was I had moved to LA in 2013, so that was just a really exciting gig for me.
That's what's
Yeah.
up. That's what's up. How much? And not to be in your business, but when you saw that money in your hand, did you believe in your dream even more?
Actually, I didn't get paid for that one. I got paid in like merch and like promotion, and I got a bunch of free things.
Okay.
But I'm trying to think. I honestly can't remember when I first got paid.
Hey, it's all good,
But
but you got paid.
I remember it was amazing. Like even like a couple years ago, I started doing weddings, and to get that amount of money, it was just like wow, like people believing me enough to do their weddings and stuff like that, and yeah, it's been worth it.
So weddings was your highest paying gig?
No, actually, wait, no, it wasn't.
Oh, okay.
My highest paying was at the casino. I actually became a resident 2016. 2016 to 2017, and that was my highest for sure. And that was like real money. Like I was on the on the payroll or whatever, and then it was cool. And I had like a contract with them and everything, and I was there for like 2 weeks straight. So I DJ'd 7 hours back to back for 7 days.
Wow.
And it was just like it was like boot camp for me, but I was just like I felt so blessed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
So now, as a female DJ, tell me, I know, is it difficult, to gain that respect amongst your peers, because you have, OG DJs that have been in the game. You have other female DJs who've been in the game. They may not show you love. I don't know if you ever experienced that, but was it difficult for you once you got in the realm and actually took being DJ serious and got out there? Like, was it difficult for you to kind of get where you're at now?
I feel like when I first started, I want to say 2013 is when I first started, and I feel like females were definitely not taken as seriously, but now, coming back from a DJ City retreat and from South by Southwest, which I just went to in March and April, there was so much respect for females, and it's different now because females, I feel like, have grinded their way up and proved themselves, and I feel like they do take us more seriously now, but that's like a 6-year difference, but it's a lot better now for females, and I feel like there's a lot more resources, especially if you're a female trying to be a DJ. When I first started, I kind of just felt lost, like, okay, I have this passion for music, I know I want to DJ, but I don't know who to go to. I didn't really know much about a record pool or anything like that. I had my friend that moved to Vegas, and so it's like, okay, who do I have now to ask for help? So I had a couple male friends, but I mean, you can't really rely on people, like one person or two people for help. So but now there's all types of resources, like there's ladies link up with DJ City, and there's women workshops with Beat Junkies. There's so many opportunities to connect with other women and just learn from them and link up with them, that I feel like females today have it so much easier, and it's a blessing. Like like we've come a long way, and I feel like there's a lot more females in this game.
Yeah, definitely, man. The whole women empowerment movement, man, it's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
And it's sad that it took a lot of things to happen to build awareness, like with the Me Too and Time's Up movement. It's sad that had to take place in order to kind of build the awareness for female empowerment when it should have been there from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? But it is. We're here now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
for
We're
sure.
here now, so that's what's up. So, how did you get started working with Big Boy?
Okay, so since I moved to LA, I've always listened to, Power 106 at the time, and I've always been a fan of Big Boy. I went to a Liz Hernandez workshop where it was like how I work. So she did a workshop and told people, like, this is how I work. We took notes. Big Boy was there, got to meet Big Boy, and I was like, oh, I already graduated college. Like, how can I be an intern, or like, where do I start? Like there's no option to be an intern if you don't get academic credit. And he was like, there's other ways into this industry. Like, don't let that limit yourself. He's like, why don't you come to Big Boy's Neighborhood.
This Big Boy telling you this?
Yes.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, like
Shout out to Big Boy.
No, I knew he was gonna be at Liz Hernandez workshop.
Right.
Who I've been following, like Latina, who's powerful, who has a big influence. So I knew he was gonna be there, and I waited in line to talk to him, and so he invited me to Big Boy's Neighborhood the next morning at 6 a.m. So I showed up at 5 a.m. and I was so excited, and I got to talk to him, and then like the whole thing happened where he moved. He was leaving Power 106, and that happened literally like the week after. And I was like, oh man, like what do I do now? And then so I was trying to win tickets to iHeart Radio's Big Boy Moved concert, which I was just talking about that because Cruz just moved, and that's a big deal. And I was just explaining like how that concert meant a lot to me and how like it was so much fun. And after that concert, so Big Boy Moved party, T.I., Chris Brown performed, and it was a lot of fun. It was at the iHeart Theater. So when I had my first shift at iHeart Theater, I was like, whoa, I was just here like how many years ago? Like 3 or 4 years ago. Crazy.
Right.
And so once I went to that party, I was like, okay, I want to work for iHeart Radio. Like that's my dream job. And so I was working a full-time insurance job, and I honestly kind of just let like my full-time job get in the way for a bit. And it took some time, and that was like, this party was like 2014. So when it came to like, I want to say 2017, I was like, okay, I can't do this full 9 to 5 anymore. Like I've been doing it for 5 years since I graduated. Like I can't do it anymore. So I kept applying to all these jobs in the music industry, and I wasn't hearing anything back. I don't have any music experience on my resume other than being a DJ. So someone told me about making a vision board, and I really need to be specific. Like you have to be specific about your dreams and your goals. So what is my dream company? It's iHeart Media. That's the company I want to work for. So that was like at the center of my vision board. And I found myself falling back into meditation and just like connecting with myself, and just really like focusing on like what I put my energy into. So
before you move forward on this vision board, right, the center was the iHeart company. What was surrounding that?
What was surrounding? There were some words like positive energy, affirmation words, or like positive affirmations like I will work at iHeart Radio, I will DJ full time, I will buy a house in Los Angeles one day, just like words like that. And then just pictures of a home in Los Angeles, because I want to, like, that's my biggest dream, is to have a house in LA. I'm far from that goal, but I'll definitely get there. And just like some material things to motivate myself, and then just places I want to travel to. What else? I'm trying to think. And it's crazy because my friend that told me to do that, she's like, you better like make some space because you're gonna start pulling things off the board, and it's gonna happen. And it did for her. So there was like my vision board just kept changing so much for a whole like year that it just looks so different now. But definitely like places I want to go to, just words that I want to remind myself, and just what I want my future to look like. And yeah, I still have it there. I actually have a picture of like Real 923, like Memorial Day. I want to DJ for the Memorial Day mix show. So yeah, I have that.
You
yeah.
will.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. So now tell me, how do you handle, artists? When artists approach you, now, hey, listen to my music, because you knew that was coming with the title of a DJ. Artists going to bombard you with music and stuff.
Yeah.
So how do you handle, because there's so many artists out there. You get so much music. How do you handle, like, coming in communication with them, or do you even listen to their music, or how do you filter out which ones you actually like, stuff like that?
I've only been at iHeart for 9 months, but it's anything to do with Big Boy. Any event that I DJ for Big Boy, I always get like a lot of people coming up to me with their music. And if they, like, I have some people that like,
sure, it's overwhelming.
Yeah, it's overwhelming. Like if I don't have, like, they'll give me a USB and they'll want my email and stuff like that. It's kind of just like, I don't always listen, I'm not gonna lie, but if I get like some type of vibe from them, or if it's like, if you give me something to remember you by, because there's a bunch of people coming up to me, so it's like, but I know with you, you had the podcast, and I thought that was cool.
Thank you.
And then yeah, so I mean, I had some time like a couple weeks ago, so I did get the chance to listen to the 2 songs.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, but honestly, if people are not too pushy and just if I just connect with them in a certain way, I guess.
No, okay. So just to kind of rephrase my question, I don't think I asked it right for the answer I was looking for. What kind of suggestion would you give an artist on how they should approach a DJ to get them to kind of interact and listen to their music ultimately?
I would say, like, don't do it in the middle of my set when I'm, like, trying to listen and trying to DJ and I'm trying to, like, focus on something. Like, if there's, like, a break in between, like, just come up and, like, introduce yourself and just, like, talk to me first and be like, yeah, I have some music. It would be dope if you could check it out. And just, like, don't be, like, too pushy, because that's, like...
Yeah, weird.
Yeah. So just, like... If you get any, like, chance where I'm not DJing or if I have a break, like, just come up and talk to me. I think that's with anybody. Just be cool and come up to people and be like, hey, I got this. Or do you have an email? I can send something to you, too. So.
Now, did you have any experience where somebody did it the wrong way or did it a way other than that it was kind of like, ugh?
Yes.
Share that.
So... It was, I was DJing for Big Boy outside of, it was Burger Ram in Long Beach, and there's, like it was, like, a really hot day, like, 90 or 100 degrees, and we have to break the tent down. So when I'm breaking down the tent and we have to put this in the car, like, do not come up to me while I'm trying to, like, break down the tent or put equipment away. Like, I'm carrying something heavy. I had someone come up to me and, like, oh, like, what's your email? Oh, let me airdrop you. And I'm just like, I cannot right now.
How about you help me with this?
Yeah. So it's just like, you just got to know the timing to ask, I guess.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, I'm sure you got a lot and more coming of the wrong ways to do it, but it's what you signed up for, man.
Yeah, for sure.
It'd be like that sometimes.
Yeah, for sure.
That's cool. Tell me, what do you see DJ CC Love in 5 years?
I see myself on air at Real 923 DJing and just doing that full time and just attracting more opportunities with that.
So now, are you trying to have your own mix show or your own radio personality show where you're talking and, like, you know, kind of like how I'm interviewing now, interviewing guests? Like, do you want your own show or do you just want to DJ on air?
I'm kind of open to both right now. I just want to see, but I would be cool to have my own show.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's cool, man. I think you should look into that and kind of, you know, set those goals higher for that.
Yeah.
You know, I think that'll definitely help you a lot because you're personable and you could DJ, so mixing the two, I think it'd be a dope concept. Kind of like what Big Boy's doing, but if he was DJing also along with the talking, that would be kind of ill. But, you know, it's whatever you want to do, you know.
Yeah,
I don't
for
wanna,
sure.
influence anything.
Yeah.
But, nah, that's super dope, man. Hell yeah. So, what do you think about, like, DJs dropping mixtapes? Like, do you still do that, or you weren't into that? Because you're young, so, you know, I don't think you were around for the DJ era, were you?
Actually...
I mean, I'm sorry, the mixtape era, I mean, the mixtape.
No, we were just talking about this, I think, so I went to a DJ City conference in Colorado, which, if you're trying to be a DJ, like, even if you don't have any experience, I would highly recommend going to a conference because I can't even tell you how much information I got. And, like, other DJs going through the same type of things that you're going through. But, yeah, like, we talked about creativity and, like, all the different ways to get, like, making mixes is still a thing. And I think, like, physical copies, like, that's not really a thing anymore, but it's a creative, and it's like a good way, like a good memory. Like, let's say you have a gig or you go on tour. Like, I know this DJ who goes on tour and she hands out CDs of her mixes. Like, so I don't know. I think it's still, it could still be a thing. It's whatever you make of it.
Yeah. I just think because it's like with CDs, you're kind of just limited to just listening to it in the car or in the house.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because everything's so digital now. So, Yeah, because I got a few buddies of mine that still drop mixtapes, but they do it through like SoundCloud, and Audio Mac, and stuff like that.
Yeah, I do it through that too.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
because you want to keep your, I guess your style. What do you call that word when you refreshed? You know what I'm saying? When you keep a refreshment out there instead of just having the same thing or waiting for people to go to your event. So that's cool. So and you drop how many mixes like a week? Like 2 a week?
Not a week. More like every couple months.
Yeah. So what are you gonna do to speed that up? You need like once a week.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you trying to blow up. You trying to get on the show. You trying to be the #1 DJ.
Yeah,
in LA.
that's actually like some advice I got is to make mixes for the station every week, but based on like the format. So I'm actually working on one right now, but I'm trying to do like mixes like to submit. Like I want to do one for Pitbull's Globalization, which that takes some time to work on. That's like my next thing that I'm working on. And then my last mix, I made one for Real 923 in March, and then in April I recorded my live set for South by Southwest. So that was another mix. So I kind of try to do one every month. So for May I'm trying to do the Pitbull Globalization. So I'm just trying to like take my time, like to make sure it's like right and that it gets accepted, because it's not all of them are accepted. So,
right.
Yeah.
No, I get that. You know.
But at the same time, I'm also trying to, on the side, I'm trying to practice doing Real 923, like if I'm DJing on air, just to practice the format and stuff like that. Which that I don't think needs to be uploaded online, but it could be.
Yeah, it could be just to kind of for your fans. You know what I'm saying? So for your following, so they can kind of hear your stuff, because music is so, how can I say, when it's like so accessible and there's so many artists out there, it's like the attention span of the audience is so short, because there's always something coming like this. So if you're not coming like this, then you're just gonna be, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying, like speed it up with the mixes.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, as far as for the ones that you're putting out, like on SoundCloud and Audio Mac, the ones for those big events, take your time with it, make it perfect. But the ones that you can just drop, you know, for the love and for the fans,
for sure.
do it quickly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because time is of the essence. You know, we ain't promised tomorrow, so you need all the ammo you got out there.
For
you
sure.
know? So but that's what's up, man.
Yeah.
But man, I'm trying to think what else haven't we talked about? You know, we talked about the artist, talked about your upbringing, talk about your goals, talk about the radio station with Big Boy. You know, let's see, man. Have you ever thought about starting your own coalition? Because I noticed DJing, you know, DJs have like these coalitions where they attach big DJs from other cities. Like for example, the heavy hitters. You know, they're DJ enough from New York City. Hot 97 started that, but he got DJ Camilo on board. They got DJ Bodega Flea from Miami on board. You know, and then what's his name? DJ Bobby Trends from Hot 97. He got the Shake the Block movement. They got DJs from everywhere, but they all associate to that one unit. So have you ever thought about starting your own coalition and kind of having DJs basically in other areas repping the team?
Not starting my own, but maybe joining one.
Okay.
Yeah. I was really inspired coming back from DJ City, and just they had, like I said, they had like the ladies link up where they have and they even sent ladies from LA to go represent in South by Southwest, and luckily they had a slot, and that's how I got booked over there. So that's definitely, I could see myself representing DJ City, because I really love that record pool. But yeah.
So tell me, well, because you know, I know today's, you know, it's like the era of the entrepreneurs and ownership is everything. So, you know, do you have plans to start your own even after joining one later on, when you build your following and, you know, your financial is straight, to start your own? Would you ever start your own?
Yeah, I would consider it.
Okay,
yeah, for sure.
Cool.
Yeah.
No, I just want to make sure, because when I asked you, you was like, I think about joining one. I'm like, well, why don't you think about owning one?
Yeah,
you know? So
for sure.
Just want to plant that seed in you, you know, because you got the potential to do it. And it can be done.
Yeah.
You know, you just got to get your situation right, and then you'll be good to go.
I think, like, there's just so many goals. I'm trying to figure out what's important to me right now, and that's definitely being an on-air DJ at Real 923, and then just getting my finances, and then obviously I need to make more mixes and stuff like that. But I could definitely start thinking about that soon.
Yeah, of course. I mean, this is later on, you know.
Yeah.
One go at a time.
Yeah,
you
for
know?
sure.
You know, I'm just saying, you know, put that on the vision board.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause that'll be dope, man. Like a female coalition, and imagine it if it was the biggest
Yeah.
female coalition. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause right now everything is all male DJ coalitions. You know, at least the big ones. You know what I'm saying? And there's females that
I
join
I never thought about that, but.
Hey, there you go. You'll be the first. You got this,
All right.
man.
Giving me ideas.
Hey, that's what I'm here for, man. 10% for your manager. So, where can the people follow you and send you music and all that stuff?
So, music is soundcloud.com/imcclove, mixcloud.com/imcclove, and then Twitter, Instagram is at imcclove.
Perfect. Yeah. And don't holler at her while she DJing.
No.
If you want your music played, that's the worst way to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Sleep is for Billionaires, the podcast. Once again, Johnny Vegas, the DJ CC Love in the building. Stay tuned for more episodes to come. Thank you for watching.
Peace out.
Holla. There you go. You see, that wasn't that bad, was it?
No, it wasn't.